In this tutorial, we're going to assemble gusset 1 with gusset 3 and a few rivets using a fastened mate. So once you've opened up your Truss bridge in Onshape, we are going to move over into the assembly. So down the bottom left hand corner here, you just need to click assembly 1. Now we need to insert our parts. So you go up to the top here, click insert. Now we're going to be using gusset 1, a member, so all you do is you click it and it'll paste it over here. And I've put a 9mm rivet in, a gusset. Now I'll just zoom out a little bit so you can see. One gusset, and we're going to just do that to begin with. So once you've got your two parts in there, you just click the tick. Our first kind of connector or fastener is up here. So these are your fasteners, this little bar just here, and we're going to use a fastened mate. So if we click that, we hover above and you can see this little line, that's our Z axis. So I'm going to click on that, and then the first one I want to actually insert will be down in this bottom left hand corner. Now you just click on that little blue line. Now this all depends on your orientation. So if I change my camera angle, my blue line will shift at different spots. So I'm just holding my right mouse button in just to actually rotate around. Now I want to click that one. Once it's in there and it's matched up where you want it, you just need to click solve and then the green tick, and that commits it to that join. So if I just close, because it'll automatically go for your next one, so this is fasten 2, I want to cancel that, and you can see just here when I hover above it, that's where that fastened mate is, just there. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually place rivets in just here as well. So I'm just going to insert another 9mm rivet, place it, push the green tick, and then remember up here we're going to go fasten mate, click the little blue line, click the blue line on this one, and solve tick. Now I'm just going to undo that for a second, and I'm just going to show you if for some reason it didn't line up where you wanted it. So if I do that again, I've just gone Control Z. Remember, you can push Control Z and it'll take you back one step. But I'm just going to show you this just in case it does this for you. So if I click that blue line, but I want it on this side, and maybe it goes here. So if you looked around, it's actually not flush on this front surface. So if that happens to you, it's a simple fix. You just click this button up here, it says offset, go to the blue arrow, which is the Z, as we said, and remember we are using a 3mm thickness material, so we just type in 3, and now it's gone outwards. So if we just put the opposite, we go -3, and then it's flush. So once you've got what you want, remember you go solve, tick, and that is our first part. Testing. So now you've just added your first 2 rivets. I want you to go ahead and just add the rivets into the other circles. Now we will delete some of these later, but it's just nice and easy to actually insert them all now and then delete later when we don't need them. So remember, click insert. Now I've got 3 holes, so I can just drag over 3 rivets and then click tick, and remember we're using a fasten mate. So you can also always go to your front view, it might be easier for you, and then it's automatic. You just click the center of your circle, click your center of your circle, solve, tick, and then so on. Center of your circle, solve, tick, Now, if it doesn't do it, you just see the little number 1 next to my cursor. That means I've selected the piece, so if you don't see a number next to it, it means you haven't clicked it. Solve tick. So as you can see, we've got all our 9mm rivets in our gusset number 1. I'm going to close that next fastened mate because I don't need it anymore. And this is our first gusset sorted. Now what we need to do is we are going to testing. Now the next thing we're going to do is actually insert our gusset that goes down the bottom and connects into these little squares here. So we click insert, we go to gusset 3 and we place it there. I'm going to click tick, and it's the same mate that we want to use, so it's the fasten mate. Click. Now again, it's any access, so if I go to that front view, I just want any of this. Now I could either go to the center or I could go to these corners. You just got to make sure that it's exactly the same down on the other piece. So if I click the center, now see it doesn't give me the option, so I'm not going to use that one. So if I click off it, I go fasten mate again, and I want this corner. So if I go to a different angle so I can see a little bit better, I want to zoom in and click that blue corner, making sure the blue little line, that little Z line, is facing towards you or towards this piece. Now it was this same matching corner here, so I click that, and as you can see, it's connected down here. Now remember that the really important thing here is you actually need to click solve to successfully solve this assembly. So click that and then the green button. That's our gusset 3 connected to gusset 1. So now we've got our 2 gussets there connected and we've got a couple of rivets. Now we want to put the rivets in these 2 holes next. So they are the different ones, so they are the 6mm, so click insert 6mm. Now if you can see, they're on a different rotation, aren't they? So I'm just going to click tick because I only want one of them. I'm then going to select it once, and as you can see, I've got these different arrows. If they rotate, and you can get different ways. Now I want to rotate it so I can get to this angle here, and then I can drag it and change that to 90 degrees. So anytime I use one of these rivets, I'm just going to use this one from now on. So again, fasten mate. Now I want to get to an angle that is best suited, so I'm going to go underneath, hold my shift button and my mouse jog wheel, and then I can pan, as you remember, and then I can zoom in. Click this button, zoom out, and then I want to come over here so I can see that blue little line and click it. Solve and tick. So you're just going to do that with this other hole here as well. So remember now, because we've already rotated it, we don't need to rotate it again by inserting a new one. We can just copy this. So Control C and then click off and then Control V, and there it is. So again, fasten mate, rotate your screen underneath, holding your right mouse button in, click that little blue line and then the blue line underneath. Solve tick. And that is our first component basically assembled.